Hello, I'm an old programmer. I started programming computers in somewhere. I started discovering Windows in 1995. The first time I ever touched Windows was in 1995 in Sweden. And I started programming Windows and doing Windows programming and websites. I've done Perl, PHP, Java, Erlang, C++, managed C++, C Sharp. All of these programming languages I have gone through. My favorite thing to do was to be a database creator and administrator. So I have the chops here. Now, the reason I mention all this is because I'm confused by something. I'm confused by all these advertisements. These advertisements saying, yeah, you want to learn web development? You want to learn all just any you want to learn anything about working in IT, then we can teach you in a month, we can teach you in 2 years, we can teach you in a certain time period. And the same company that says we can teach you this, or the same schools that say we can teach you this, have people inside of these companies, people inside of these schools saying that AI is going to be put programmers out of jobs. So which is it? Is it AI is going to be the new thing and put everyone out of a job? Or is it, hey, learn all of this stuff, spend all your time, waste all your money on something that will never be used because AI is taking over? Yeah, the confusion to young. This is why I'm making this video, because it's these advertisements, these people saying, these gurus, these people are confusing young people as to what career path to take. And I'm going to tell you, if you want to code, if you want to do some language, or you want to do anything, I'm telling you right now, learn C language, straight C language, and then advance on to manage C++. And then if you want to work for Microsoft, of course, you have to learn C Sharp. At the time, I was doing Delphi, there was this confusion between whether Delphi is better than Visual Basic. And so I dove into Delphi, and I hated it. And Visual Basic came out, and then Microsoft tried like hell to kill Visual Basic. At the same time, Microsoft was saying that they were hiring Delphi programmers and teaching them Visual Basic. They weren't hiring Visual Basic programmers to program Visual Basic. They were hiring Delphi programmers and teaching them Visual Basic, and then they tried to kill off Visual Basic. A point of confusion to this day I never understood. So when you watch these advertisements, these sponsored ads and things like that about school and everything else, do your due diligence. Talk to people that are actually sitting behind the desk. Talk to groups of people. Programmers have a tendency to go out to lunch all in groups. Hey man, we're all going to go out and have chicken salad. There's a new Caesar salad place. Go, if you're a young person, go sit down and talk to these people and ask them what they're doing, and if they expect to be able to do it in 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. But I'm telling you right now, the one programming language that you can't get around because it makes the internet run faster. Everybody says, oh, yeah, Python and Ruby on Rails and all this bullshit. And it all boils down to C language. Every time I've had a client that wanted something done faster, I have had to make something in C language. Every time some Java programmer has a problem with something and can't get his networking system to work correctly, they look to me because, yeah, hey, you C programmer, fix this shit. Because C programming is like COBOL. COBOL is still out there, and COBOL is still out there for a reason. Because it's such a strong programming language, and it's so ubiquitous that it's still on machines to this day. If you got, they don't tell people that if you're gonna learn about computers, to learn about networking, internet working, learn about C language, learn about internet working, learn how the internet actually, learn about DNS cache servers, learn why things work the way they do now, and find people that do these jobs. Don't listen to these advertisements. They're just bullshit. Yeah, you wanna learn, you wanna make money and learn money and have a good job, then learn HTML. HTML and JavaScript are so easy. You could do that. I you could sit down and learn HTML language in a day. You can learn JavaScript in one day. But what you don't know is, you want to know is XML, which is a database system. You want to know database systems backwards and forwards. You want to know how to connect to database systems. You want to know how the internet works. You don't want to get caught up in these superfluous periphery languages that lead nowhere. Once you learn C language, all the other stuff is easy. Once you learn how to run a marathon, running 800 meters is easy. And that's my message to you. I hope you're listening.